Hey, y'all, you listen to the Gary Owen podcast. Hashtag Get Some. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Gary Owen with the Get Some podcast. You can listen to this on iTunes. Just search Gary Owen, hashtag Get Some. Or go to my YouTube page, youtube.com/Gary Owen.com. We're recording this from Timeless Recording Studio in Cincinnati, Ohio. If you want to follow them, it's at Timeless R Studio. Got a special guest this week, Baytown, Oakland. I don't want to say the entire Bay because people get that confused with San Francisco. And if you're from the Bay Area, I've never seen two cities completely different, separated by a bridge. San Francisco and Oakland might as well be Milwaukee and Miami because they have nothing in common. But he's going into his second year in the NFL with everybody knows my favorite team is the Bengals. I'm diehard. If they ever go to the Super Bowl and win it, I will be arrested. There will be naked pics of me somewhere on the internet. But my man Joe Mixon's here from University of Oklahoma. And then I looked you up and found out you're from the Bay Area and you went to Freedom High School. Yeah. And I told you we getting ready to move. And my kids are going to go to Heritage High School, which you have informed me is the rival.
Yep, crosstown rivals. Yes, sir.
So, growing up in the Bay, did you root for the Raiders or the Niners?
I always rooted for the Niners growing up. And then probably when I got to about high school, that's when I jumped on both bandwagons.
But were the Raiders any good? Well, they started to get good when you was in high school, right?
No.
They still were bad.
They were terrible.
They still
yeah, they were
not
terrible.
Jamarcus Russell bad.
No, they weren't that bad yet.
But the Niners, so when you was coming up, the Niners, that was let me see, Kaepernick, they went to a Super Bowl.
Era.
Yeah.
Alex Smith right before.
Alex Smith was tough.
Yeah, for sure he was.
I heard a story about Alex Smith, and now he's from San Diego, and he went to a high school called Helix with Reggie Bush.
Uh-huh.
And I heard a story where USC came to recruit Alex, but they saw Reggie balling.
Yeah.
And they ended up getting Reggie.
Yep.
Now, with your running style, did you look up to, who would you say growing up, you tried to model yourself after, like junior high, high school?
When I was younger, I used to always watch all the older guys. So people that played in like the other era. So I used to watch like Walter Payton, Eric Dickerson and stuff like that. And of course, growing up watching Reggie Bush and Adrian Peterson. But I'd say after all of those, probably I used to try to run like Adrian Peterson pretty much. And then.
Is that where you went to Oklahoma?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Because of Adrian?
Yep. And then they had the same running back coach there that coached Adrian, and it was a big influence on me. So that's when I made my decision pretty much.
So if you didn't choose Oklahoma, who was like the close second? Because you've been recruited by a lot of people.
Right. I'll probably say Wisconsin, maybe.
Really?
Wisconsin, USC.
Why Wisconsin?
Shit, they going to run that ball. They going to run the ball about 35 times a game at least. And I know when Melvin Gordon was there, he was doing this thing, and I came in pretty much his junior year, and it would have just been, 1-2 thing going on. So that's pretty much, that was my options right there, Oklahoma, USC, and Wisconsin.
That's crazy. I mean, a guy from California,
Yep.
You're thinking the California schools, because around here, Ohio, people just assume recruits are going to Ohio State. And then if they don't, they're surprised when they don't.
Right.
So California, I thought you were about to say Cal Berkeley, USC, UCLA, Wisconsin. You just like small towns, I think. Because I've been to Norman.
That's just how it works out.
You take Oklahoma out of Norman, that's the Walking Dead.
For sure.
There's nothing else there, man. Rick Grimes is there.
I think if Norman, I think if the school Oklahoma was in OKC, I think it'll be, way better atmosphere. But I mean, Norman, they treated everybody right, so I can't complain.
Yeah, especially if you're an athlete at one of these schools, like especially I see it more than SEC schools, like Auburn, Alabama, Mississippi. There's nothing in those towns.
No,
and I tell you, it's always mind-boggling to me is you'll see Saturday college games come on. They'll be in Norman, Stillwater, Tuscaloosa, Auburn, and be 100,000 people in the stands. So in your brain, you're like, this is a big ass city.
Yeah.
And then you go there when there's no football going on.
It's terrible.
And there's nothing there.
It's terrible.
Like people plan their like I don't know Oklahoma maybe because I still think between Oklahoma and Oklahoma State it's a Laker Clipper mentality.
Yeah,
I mean it's the Sooners and then Oklahoma State's cool, but they're always like the B team.
They're little brothers.
Yeah, the little brothers. Now, what was your record against Oklahoma State?
I've never lost to Oklahoma State.
No, okay.
Never.
Got a little twinkle in your eye when you said that.
Yeah,
never lost to them.
Never lost.
But I mean, like almost like NASCAR fans. Like NASCAR fans, they just travel and they go to these NASCAR events. Like SEC, and I'm sure it's that way in Oklahoma State, but people like literally plan their vacations around your guys' schedule.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
And they bring their RVs in and they tailgate.
I mean, going to a big football school like, them elite programs that you named, Ohio State, Oklahoma, and, et cetera, it's crazy how they treat the football program because if you go from a Oklahoma basketball game to an Oklahoma football game, it's completely different. And basically in Oklahoma, we're the pro team because Oklahoma, they don't have a pro, NFL
the whole state.
team. Exactly. The only thing they have is the OKC Thunder. So, with us, they treated us as we were a pro team.
Yeah. Now, when you get drafted and you come to Cincinnati, your first practice. Well, you got the rookie. You got the rookie camp first.
Rookie mini camp.
And that's just rookies.
Yeah.
And then the vets come in. Was there any hazing? They still haze?
I mean, they made us do a little bit, carry their helmets or stuff like that. It wasn't too bad, like getting thrown in the cold tub for not doing nothing or anything like that. But I've definitely heard them talking about putting somebody in the cold tub. So
back in the day,
no, like recently.
Recently,
yeah.
Is there now? I've heard this. Now you being a pro athlete, this is what I've always heard the difference between high school, college, and pro. In high school, you go all week practice, nothing, and then maybe once a game you'll get a stinger. This is from a running back's perspective. And then in college, it might be once a practice. You might get a stinger. I heard in the pros, like every play is just boom, boom. You're just getting hit. Okay, you just totally killed that. By your you just killed that notion.
From college to the NFL is definitely a big jump in the level of physicality. Other than that, it's not. I mean, it's just football. You're going to get hit and you got to bounce back from it. I mean, that's just what it is. But at the same time, I think the biggest difference is the speed in the game. Just like they say from high school to college, that's the same thing from college to the pros. And the speed is crazy because everybody is fast. And whether you run a 4.4, a 4.6, or a 4.3 to a 4.5, it's like the same thing basically in the league. Is it's all about angles and how you approach the the other person. But other than that, I think it's the speed to me.
Because I could tell a couple times you was running last year. This type of dude I am though. Soon as the Bengals draft somebody, I go deep looking them up. It's like I'm looking at the stats.
Right.
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I go, this the dude.
Yeah.
This the dude. When Achilles Smith got drafted, I said that. I go, this is gonna change the game.
Yeah.
And then not so much Achilles Smith because when he got drafted, my wife's cousin played at Oregon with him. So he called me and gave the lowdown. I went, oh, shit. He said, oh, shots like, oh, shit. Okay, we might be in a little trouble. But I saw a couple runs last year from you where it looked like you was cutting and a guy got your ankle at the last second and you hit the ball and you got up like, fuck, I would have broke that Oklahoma. Man. Or that dude was a little faster than I thought.
Yeah.
It happened quite a bit, actually. I was looking at him like, oh, he thought he had it. And then he realized, oh, shit, it's NFL.
It's definitely how I be. It's like I said, it's all about the speed and change of directions. I've been, like I said, on this off season, I've been trying to dedicate really myself of, structuring my body in a different way and eating habits and things like that. Because all of that stuff makes a difference. And, by me doing all of that, I went from 232 to about 220 right now. So I feel like, I'm back at my Oklahoma days.
And strength didn't decrease?
No. I mean, I really got stronger, honestly. It's just, I lost that extra little baby fat.
Yeah. Because there was a story about Kwame Brown. He was a basketball player when he got drafted that his diet was killing him. They like somebody went to his apartment, he had nothing but Popeye's chicken boxes.
Terrible.
All over.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little different for me coming out of college because I had to do all these visits and visit dang near every team in the NFL. So the training for me compared to everybody else had that training time. I had to go visit them teams and just do whatever I can to at least try to stay physically ready, coming in. But at the same time, I mean, that's just how it worked out. And I'm still blessed to be here.
Now you got a full off season.
Yeah,
where you just focus on knowing where you're at.
Yep.
And everything else. Now, year 2? Now, let me ask you this: are you competitive to the point where 3 running backs got drafted ahead of you? Do you keep tabs on them?
Of course. I mean, I've did that ever since high school, and that's pretty much the same people that got drafted in front of me. We were all 1, 2, 3, and 4, in high school.
In high school, also?
Yeah. So, pretty much that's just how it always been. And even in college, I always paid attention to him. Me and Leonard was real close in high school and college, and we still talk in the league sometimes. But other than that, I try to stay close and paying attention on our Sooner players. I still stay in contact with most of them that I play with, and they all been doing their thing in the league.
Yeah, Oklahoma's always they got a nice track record. Some colleges got that track record where they didn't pan out.
Yeah,
like I was talking about Cal Berkeley. I mean, that's kind of your area.
Yeah,
they used to say that about the quarterbacks coming out until Aaron Rodgers shot that to shit. Yeah. For sure. I remember when Bowler came out and a couple other guys. They was like, dude, don't trust them Cal quarterbacks. I don't think it's that like. Oklahoma's got a nice track record with Adrian Peterson and Billy Sims. They always got every now and then, man, they'll come out with some dogs coming out of Oklahoma.
For sure. I mean,
even the wide receivers, sometimes some wide receivers be coming out there too.
I mean, they breed them. They find them. I don't know how they do it, but they do it year in and year out. Coach Stoopsy did a great job recruiting. Same with Kel Gundy and Lincoln Riley. He following the same footsteps.
So when you're in the Bay Area. You take a trip to Oklahoma. Is there an airport in Norman? Are you flying to OKC?
Well, I flew to OKC, yeah.
How far is that from Norman from OKC?
Probably about 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
So you driving from Oklahoma to Norman.
Yeah.
I've done that drive. Ain't nothing to look at.
It ain't nothing.
Like, what's going through your brain? Like,
ain't nothing but flat land.
Are you looking like, where the hell am I going? And then they take you right to the stadium?
Man,
they take you right into the stadium?
Honestly, from my memory, flying into Oklahoma City, I just remember like, dang, like where am I? Like, cause when you fly over there, it's nothing but flat land. That's all it is.
That's why the tornadoes hit there.
I mean, yeah,
there's nothing to block it.
That
wind don't block it.
So I mean, when I just seen flat land, I'm not really seeing a lot of trees or just a lot of green grass. It was all dried up, brown and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my God, this is terrible. Like, I was just driving through it and I'm like, man, I mean, like, how far are we going? Then we pretty much got close and then they showed me the campus and I seen the campus. I'm like, okay, the campus looked nice, but outside of it, it's a completely different story.
Yeah, and now did they take you right into the stadium with like Joe Mixon on the scoreboard? I've heard they done that to basketball players before.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have my name on the scoreboard. I came in the day they played a game. So.
Oh, you went on a game day?
Yeah.
You remember the game?
Yeah, it was TCU.
So let me ask you this: you go there, did they win?
Yeah, for sure.
So what happens if you go in and they got their ass kicked? Are you still going to Oklahoma? Are you like this? Yo, they need me.
I don't know.
These dudes need me bad.
I mean, honestly, I didn't really pay attention to TCU coming out of high school, so I didn't really know what to expect. I remember LaDainian Tomlinson came out of there, but at the same time, like,
and your quarterback now.
Yeah,
and your dog came out.
I didn't really pay attention though, but at the same time, when I came and I seen the atmosphere, I just fell in love with it. And then I remember, I think the most part I remember from that game is fourth quarter, and it's probably about like 3 minutes left, and Brendan Clay just bust a long one, probably about like 70-something yards for a touchdown, and then just the crowd went nuts.
Crowd went nuts.
Yeah,
and that's how you visualize yourself?
I was just like, dang, like this place live. And then, I went to a couple more other places, and I seen Melvin Gordon do his thing at Wisconsin. I seen Devontae Freeman at FSU, and them was all good places, and I definitely had great visits there. But it was just something about Oklahoma that just really made me like, all right, yeah, like that's the place where I wanted to go.
Now, when let's say you was a kid, like how old were you when you started to play football?
My first year, I was 10 years old.
Was you already big? Was that your own birth certificate at the game?
Everybody used to always be like, "Where's birth certificate?" I'd be like, "Man, I'm the same age as these people."
I was that parent, by the way. I used to play guys in your birth certificate when I was little, because I started playing when I was 10 too.
Yeah.
I used to be like, that dude ain't 10.
Right.
That dude ain't 10.
Well, what's crazy is like I started on probably about, I think it was junior midgets, so that's probably the third highest team, and then the midgets was the fourth. That's the last level, like 8th graders. And I started on junior midgets for the 7th graders, and I was in the 5th grade.
You were playing with 7th graders in 5th grade?
Yeah, well, I started like that, and then
see, I was in 7th grade playing with 5th graders. I was doing it backwards.
Yeah, right.
I was like the 5th graders in the sacks.
It'd be like that, but I mean, with me, like I said, it was playing with 7th graders. Then I went down a level, and I tried to play quarterback there, and they pretty much had their main quarterback that I guess he was there maybe about 2 years before me. And he was pretty much established there. And I came in, new guy. They really didn't see me, give me a chance. So I ended up going down to my actual age level, and then they ended up switching me to running back. And then
you started at as quarterback?
Yeah.
But they ain't really passing.
No, they was passing.
Like in 5th, well, you was playing in 7th grade. You was 5th playing in 7th.
Yeah.
I was like,
I mean,
So do you still want to throw the ball?
Yeah, of course.
Because you remember Mohamed Sanu used to do that with the Bengals.
Yeah, I know.
You ain't trying to sell the coaches on it. Well, I don't want to mess the season.
They know I could throw the ball. I done did it at Oklahoma. I did it in high school.
You threw a pass Oklahoma during the game?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta look that up. I didn't see that.
Tell Baker Mayfield I got the highest passing rating at Oklahoma.
Is it 1 for 1?
Yeah, 1 for 1. For 20, I think about like 27 yards, and I got close.
You know how many yards and everything?
I think it was about 27. I can't remember.
Who caught the ball?
D.D. Westbrook.
Okay, you and D.D. Westbrook are the only two that know that stat, by the way.
Yeah.
You're the only two.
Lincoln Riley, too. And Baker. Baker,
I always tell people that because in high school, I played one game of varsity baseball, and I got a hit. So I always tell people, you're looking at the dude with the highest high school batting average in the history of high school baseball.
Yeah.
1 for 1.
That's just how it be, though.
27 yards, 1 pass Oklahoma.
1 touchdown.
And this season, okay, I wish I wouldn't have asked that question because I want people to come back to the podcast when you do throw a pass this year.
Right. I mean, who knows? If the opportunity presents itself, I'm definitely going to be ready for it. So watch out.
Let me ask you, is there a different mindset going into this year knowing, because last year you didn't know, it was unknown. I mean, you didn't know if you're going to play, how you're going to play, how they were going to use you.
Right.
Now this year, you're the guy. So how's the mindset different going into this year?
It's really, I know what to expect, coming out and being here a whole year. I know what to expect out of everybody. I know my expectations on the team, and I know what I need to bring to the table for us to, get over to the next level. But at the same time, I've been definitely training for it and, preparing myself to get ready for what I'm going to have to go through. And, I definitely can't wait. And I feel like it's going to be a great season.
You get geeked talking about it.
Definitely.
Like your eyes start twitching, you start doing this.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You've been real calm. And you went, yo, we've been training. I'm ready to go.
That's just what it is.
I'm that guy. Listen, I'm the guy because I'm on the road a lot. So I'm doing stand up. I'm usually in different cities. If I'm not at the Bengals game, I'm at a bar trying to watch the Bengals game. And I'm the first dude to tell you I'm a rude entertainer.
Yeah.
Because when the Bengals are on, don't bother me. Because literally, you guys are never on a big TV.
Yeah.
It's always some side TV in the corner. So I'm by myself just watching it. And then somebody come up, can I get a picture? I go, it's 3rd and 10. Like, I've had dudes like leave going, you a dick. I go, it's 3rd and 10, man. Wait till halftime.
Hey.
But I'm usually all by myself watching the Bengals game. And I coordinate my schedule as much as I can around the Bengals schedule. Like my agent knows when the schedule comes out, he calls me, he goes, okay, we got this game. And like this year, like you guys play the Buccaneers in Cincy, and a good friend of mine, Will Packer, who's a movie producer, he's put me on Think Like a Man, he put me on Ride Along, he's producing Night School, getting ready to come out. So he's coming into Cincy for that one. And we never miss the Tampa Bengals game when they play each other.
Okay.
So it's only every 4 years. So this is one of them years I get to talk smack because then you guys are playing the Raiders. Yeah. Half my family's from Oakland, and I'm at the Taft Theater the night for the Raider game.
Right.
You just got fired up. Like I get fired up when the schedule comes out. Man. That's like Christmas morning when the Bengals schedule comes out.
Christmas morning, man.
Now when the schedule comes out for you, do you automatically go like Steelers, Browns, Ravens? That's the division rivals right there.
Well, for me, I look for the Bay teams because I'm from the Bay, so I'm trying to see if we're going to play at home or not. But at the same time, like we play the Raiders in Cincinnati this year.
December 16th.
Yeah, I definitely have a lot of family there from the Bay.
Well, you got to let me know. I'm at the Taft the night before the game.
That's good.
They got something to do.
They can link up. It's all good. But
be ghost riding whips. I'm going to come out the too short just for that game.
Boy, you ain't ready for that. You ain't ready for that. Nah, but on the real though, like, I look at that, look at local teams, and then I definitely look to see when we playing the Steelers, like you said, and divisional games, and people that I always grew up watching.
Steelers are frustrating to me. God damn. Let me tell you a story about the Steeler Bengal playoff game. You were at Oklahoma when they played in that playoff game a couple years ago when they lost the game. Antonio Brown got hit by Vontaze, got hurt. I was like, God damn it. I'm roasting Alabama and Clemson in Phoenix that night. So the NCAA hired me. So I went and did Alabama first. Then I go over to Clemson's hotel to roast them night for the national title game.
Yeah.
So I got the whole Clemson team and me watching the Bengals and Steelers.
Right.
And when McCarron threw the ball to AJ and he caught the pass and then Vontaze intercepted Big Ben.
Yeah.
I'm going fucking nuts.
Right.
Like I got my cell phone out. I got Clemson's behind me. You got Deshaun Watson, all of them. They're all behind me.
Yeah.
I'm like, the curse is over.
Yeah.
It's done. I told you guys. And I'm telling Clemson, you and me, because the Bengals, you guys are Tigers. We're together.
Yeah.
And then Jeremy Hill fumbled the ball. I went, delete. When I tell you I went in the corner and was sitting like this watching the game, like this can't happen. This can't happen. And then the Bengals lost. There's pictures of me on the ESPN. It was the blue carpet. It was their national title game party. And I'm not smiling. Like I'm just on the red carpet like this.
Hot.
Like upset. It like literally ruined my year, that game. I was like, and then we haven't beat them since. We haven't beat them since.
I always hear a lot of people talk about the same story you did. You know what I'm saying? So, I can only imagine how that feel for a fan. But at the same time, you can only imagine how I feel for a player. Because, there's so many times you go against one team and then if they really, how you want a team so bad and you just don't get over the hump. I definitely know the feeling because I didn't play them twice.
Yeah.
And I know, how the atmosphere is in that game, and it's crazy. It's a hostile environment, and you definitely got to keep your head on a swivel because in any play possible, like you just never know what can happen.
You don't even know the coach is coming out on the field.
Nah, you
that
don't.
one.
You don't.
I went to Pittsburgh one year, and the Bengals are playing the Steelers, and I'm in the stands, and the Bengals took the lead. And I stood up, and it's just me and my friend. We're the only two Bengals fans in this area. And I'm like, yes. And this Steeler fan stood up and said, hey, man, you stand up one more time, we're going to have problems. And I went, and I look back, and I go, man, I just got back from Iraq. I can't help it. They're playing in Pittsburgh. And in the same attitude, he goes, I'm sorry. And he thought I was a vet.
Right.
And my goes, what'd you do? I go, I'm just trying to get our ass kicked, man. So then I'm getting all these beers brought to me. And I was like, we just got to get out of here before they realize I was lying.
Real talk. They ain't playing with you.
I was shook in them stands. But I tell you, you're from the Bay and everything. But Bengal fans are loyal. Yes, we are. But I have never seen rowdy fans like Raider fans in my life.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Because
have you ever been to a game?
I've never been to. I've been to a Raider game once, but I've never been to a Niner Raider game.
Oh, is that?
And that's the craziest game I've ever, witnessed being from the Bay Area. It's crazy.
And that's crazy because they're not even they're not in the same division. They're not even. That's AFC, NFC.
Right.
They only play each other once every 4 years.
Right. And, they started doing, really because they used to play each other in the preseason all the time. And I remember the games used to be so crazy. Like, it used to be fights all between San Francisco fans and Oakland fans.
And preseason don't even count.
It don't even count. And that's just the competitive nature, you know, how it is in the Bay Area, because, I mean, of course, people would be talking about Oakland, and you got people be like, okay, but we from the city, like, and, you know, they represent each other. But at the same time, like, it'd be crazy. And this year, I'm definitely going to try to tune into that game. I'll be definitely looking out for it.
Now, I saw you did John Ross's football camp.
Yep.
Now, he asked me to do that. And then what was it? Was it a flag football game?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a celebrity flag game.
Now, I've been told, like, a lot of parents are starting to have their kids play flag football instead of contact football. And I was like, and then somebody told me it kind of made sense to me. They go, flag football makes sense in the beginning because it's teaching kids to avoid contact rather than absorb it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And now they got the Pro Flag Football League.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: in 10 years, well, let's see, 15, you have a long career. Joe Mixon flag football extraordinaire.
Oh man, hey, I tell you this now, you'll never see me playing unless I'm like with little kids or something. You ain't gonna see me playing like that.
This episode of the Get Some podcast is brought to you by Haven Life. Haven Life Insurance Agency is changing the way you buy life insurance so that it's actually simple. They offer term life coverage issued by Massachusetts Mutual Life Insurance Company that you can apply for online anytime, anywhere, and from any device. If you have people who depend on you, Haven Life is an easy, convenient, and affordable way to help financially protect them. For example, a 35-year-old man in excellent health could get a $500,000 20-year Haven term policy for around $21 a month. If you're looking for peace of mind and a simple way to check term life insurance off your to-do list, visit welcome.havenlife.com/GOGS. That's welcome.havenlife.com/GOGS. I'm going to get some right now.
Now, you and John Ross close?
Yeah, that's my dog right there.
See, I'm like I said, I drink the Kool-Aid every year.
Yeah.
I'm already telling people, watch out.
Yeah.
You be forgetting.
Most definitely. Nah, John, he had a tough, first go around, but I mean, he knows that. And, he tell people all the time he wasn't ready. But at the same time, I know for a fact how John been performing in practice and what he does. And, he goes in every play and he goes hard. And he makes plays all the time throughout practice, throughout whatever you ask him to do, he's going to do it. Whether you tell him to go run the quick screen and go for 70, he's going to take it. And that's the fastest person I've ever seen, in
person?
With my eyes. I've never seen nobody
They get me excited.
fast.
They get me excited.
But, I really believe John is going to have a great season this year. It's definitely going to be a bounce back year for him. And, I hope all the best for him. And I definitely believe he definitely going to be great.
Cause people be forgetting, man. I hope he has a year like William Jackson did. William Jackson was the Bengals' first round pick. Tore his pectoral muscle, was out his rookie year.
Yep.
And I keep telling people, man, he's the only guy I saw last year that could somewhat handle Antonio Brown on an island. William Jackson can ball, man.
I really can't say somewhat because from my knowledge, I didn't see AB catch no pass.
I say somewhat because I ain't trying to. I don't want to get AB fired up.
I feel that. I feel that. And at the same time, that's not what I'm trying to do either.
Yeah.
But hey, at the same time, that's just. If you want to talk facts, Willow, he locked him down.
Dude, that dude.
He definitely something special. Willow, he definitely goes and compete every day in practice with AJ, and they go hard and go at it all the time.
I call him the suburbs. Because when Pac-Man and Dre's here, I said, that's the hood.
Yeah. Shit, Willow come from too, though.
But William's so quiet, laid back.
He ain't gonna say nothing to you.
He's like that guy from Coach Carter. When he was the coach's son that came in like, Dad, now I'm going to go to Richmond. I'm going to go to Richmond High School. I don't know if you want to be in Richmond, then he started balling out. It was the same way. I was talking about William Jackson before. Because when he first got drafted, one of his advisor guys, because he was with the money team and stuff.
Right.
They said, hey, can he come over to the house? Because I had him over my house just to hang out because he was just like, he ain't had nothing to do.
Right.
And he just got here and he said, I don't really party like that and roll like that. So we just lay back. So he just came to Alice and I chopped it up. So I've been a fan of his ever since. So I love it when my guys ball out and I'm able to act like I predicted it.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean?
Like I said, Will, he definitely be doing his thing on the island. If I'm them, I'll just put him in man all game. Let him do whatever he got to do.
Just sit back and roll the safeties over to everybody else?
Exactly. Why not?
Dude, if everybody's freaking healthy, if everybody's healthy, so you stay healthy, Ross balls out. We know what AJ's going to bring to the table. The line got to give Andy a little more time. Oh, God. Might be sleeping on. If I say, I got to temper myself. I say that every year.
I got to temper myself.
I be geek like, this is it.
I feel you, though. The same feeling you get, and that's how we all get. And
because nobody's expecting you guys to do anything, not shit.
Let them sleep.
There ain't no. I've seen like 2 articles where they was like, might be a sleeper playoff team.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's looking like everybody's saying 6-10, 7-9. I'm like, okay.
Let them sleep. I mean, like I said,
we got some young dudes in here now, man.
And the NFL is definitely hard. And, you definitely got to take it one game at a time. You can't sleep past nobody. I don't even care if it was Cleveland.
Yeah.
You can't sleep past nobody because
Cleveland upgraded, though. They got some dudes this year.
They definitely did. And, I mean, like I said, you can't sleep past nobody because just the team that you think you're going to run past, they going to be the team to beat you.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to focus week in and week out, and you got to be prepared because this league is crazy how the talent is and the scheme of things are.
Now, when you first get to a city, I'm always curious about this. So, young dude from Oklahoma, Oklahoma, you get to Cincinnati. Did you stay in a hotel last year or did you have your own place?
I had my own place.
You got your own place?
Yeah. I mean, we stayed in a hotel for probably about maybe 2.5, 3 months after I got
When you
drafted.
first get here?
Yeah.
Now, do the Bengals supply you with somebody to show you neighborhoods?
No.
It's just you relying on other guys and whatever?
On other guys for real.
That's like people just think ball players, whether it's basketball, football, baseball, they just come into a city and it's just, oh, yeah. But they don't realize that you got to find a place to live.
For sure.
To get settled. And I think that's the biggest difference between like first year in and second and third year is just that peace of mind knowing where you're at now.
Definitely. For me, it was like I couldn't wait to get out that hotel because, I mean, that's just not.
You got a chef?
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the guys got chefs.
So, like I said.
And they all got the same chefs. It's like the same 3.
Yeah.
Who's your chef?
I usually use AJ Green chef.
Is that Bambina?
I can't remember her name. I really don't.
Is the food good?
Just be smacking.
I think it's Bambina. I think Chef Bambina is AJ. I'm doing local stuff now. Sorry about that. But yeah, because I'm the meal prep. Because Jason Kidd said it best, man. When he was with the Mavericks, they just beat the Heat, and they said, "How do you ball out like that? You're 40." He goes, "It's not the games that age you. It's what you're doing between the games that age you."
Yeah,
and the nutrition's so big. I get so mad when I be seeing the young dudes. I mean, like, you're a young dude too, but like yourself, just be eating burgers and fries, and then they take off shirts and they got abs. I go, you motherfuckers.
Well, shit, something to me, you got to work for it though, at the same time. I mean, they usually say it'd be natural, but I mean, if you work for it, I'm pretty sure you'll get the results.
Whatever. Okay, Joe.
You got it.
I'm close. I ain't taking off my shirt.
I be seeing you work.
Yeah. I got like 2. I've had the same 2.
Seeing you with Cliff?
Yeah, I got the same 2 abs my whole life. It's the top 2. Them other 6, shy as shit. Whenever I used to go to the beach stuff, I put my towel like right here. So if you see pictures, dudes be on the beach and stuff like this, I'm always one at the bottom with the towel right here. Like,
like flexing.
I done realized God gives you gifts, and one of mine was not to have I got a good dad body. My dad body's on point. I can go head up with kids in my school when their dads come around. I'm like, I got that dude.
Right.
I got that dude. You'll get it one day. You got a while, Joe.
Hey, I do.
You in Cincy long enough. Start eating Skyline, Gold Star, Grippos, Graders.
I ain't eating that. I don't eat Skyline or Gold
Star. Did you try it when you got here?
I did.
You didn't like it?
No.
It's like an acquired taste, though, man. It grows on you.
Well, I mean, I
don't want you to eat it during the season.
You know what I think it was? I just think I overestimated it. How people
because people hyped it up.
Exactly. I mean, honestly, I really think that's what it is.
What about steakhouses? What's your favorite in Cincy? Because Oklahoma's known for steak.
Definitely.
Do you think Oklahoma got it over Cincy? steakhouses?
Between Jeff Ruby's and let me see, Ruth Chris here be super good. And
You gotta see Ruth. See, Ruth Chris to me is like that's corporate. You can get that anywhere in the country.
Anywhere, right?
But like Jeff Ruby's, that's like the steak and Cincy.
Yeah, Jeff Ruby be going crazy for sure. Mahogany's though, out in Oklahoma, that's probably one of the best steakhouses.
Is that in Oklahoma City or
Oklahoma City?
It's right in Oklahoma City. I appreciate you telling me that. I was just there last month.
Yeah,
thanks, man.
Mahogany's. All you had to do was ask me.
My fault.
Mahogany's though be going crazy. That's my favorite spot to eat.
So that's your favorite steakhouse.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So prediction. I know you guys don't want to give a 10-6. I always say over. I know what you're gonna say. If I do over under 9 wins, you're obviously gonna go over. So where do you see a year from now we having the same podcast a year from now? Perfect world, obviously Super Bowl champs, everything.
Of course. That's definitely the ultimate goal. But at the same time, for me, I just want to improve and get better from last year. I want to get to the playoffs and get over the hump that everybody talks about.
Yeah.
And, that's definitely the goal.
I'll cry. For real. No bullshit. Like
I'm gonna be waiting too.
Like my Instagram's gonna be fuck you, man.
You going crazy. But most definitely is to get over the hump of going to the playoffs.
That first playoff victory.
Exactly. And I definitely feel like we got the team and we're definitely capable to do it. We just got to put everything together and everybody got to stay healthy. That's pretty much about it.
Have you seen Tom Brady play in person?
No,
not yet.
Never.
I was wondering if he's that good. I heard I've
seen Aaron Rodgers play in person, and
he's that good.
Yeah,
he's that dude.
Definitely.
And even William Jackson took him to the house.
He did.
Yeah, but he's that dude.
He that dude.
But when you're playing, let me ask you this: when you're playing somebody like Aaron Rodgers, and you guys were up, are you still in the back of your head going, "Okay, he gonna do something. He ain't gonna sit here and just let us run away with this game."
Yeah. Like I said, when I was watching on the sideline and I seen when we went up 20, I was 21-7, I believe. It was pretty much right before halftime. We had took the pick to the house, and everybody was turned up. We came back out of halftime, and the game was going slowly, and then they drive down, get a field goal or something, and just throughout that game and watching Aaron Rodgers, he might do something, but I don't think he gonna come back. I just don't see it in him.
And then all of a sudden,
because how our momentum was going, and then it just slowly but surely was shifting. And then in the fourth quarter came, and Aaron Rodgers started throwing dimes, and I'm like, oh man, we in trouble,
man.
So then I remember towards the end of the game, they started throwing them back shoulders, and I think it's Devontae Adams is his name. He was
back shoulders when you just like this,
right? Just turning around,
it's
catching
right there.
That thing. Yep. And Aaron Rodgers was putting it right on the money, where only the receiver can catch it.
Yeah.
And
the dude's hands right here, and the ball's going like this.
Yeah, definitely how he maneuvers in and out the pocket, it's crazy. I don't know how he do it, but that's why he's Aaron Rodgers.
Is Big Ben? Big Ben's just a big motherfucker, man.
He is. He big as hell.
He's just big.
God,
he's frustrating. I can't stand it. I love him, but I can't stand him. And he's an Ohio guy too. And then he had a story similar to yours where at an older version, because he was Ohio State wanted him as a tight end. Mm-hmm. He's like, "No, I'm gonna play quarterback." And Miami of Ohio is the only one that said you could play quarterback here.
And he went there.
And then his high school coach, he didn't start to his senior year. His high school coach was like starting his son or something.
Oh, okay.
And then I was like this. I would fire that high school coach right now.
Right.
Take his name off all the stats and everything.
No way he should have been.
So you had a Hall of Fame quarterback and you sat him? Because you started all sophomore, junior, and senior in high school, right?
Yep.
Some seniors get mad when you came in your sophomore year, like
definitely. They were like, "Who is this kid right here?" And
did you? Okay, so you come in your sophomore in high school, and did the school already know you was coming? Because sometimes when a kid's coming, you're like, dude.
Right. They did. Around the time that I came in, we pretty much got a couple guys that was a little older than me, maybe a year or two, and they were pretty good, but they pretty much played different positions. Then they had pretty much 2 more other running backs before me. Then when I came in with them my sophomore year, they was all expecting me to just, come in, and they didn't think I was going to start.
Play JV?
Yeah. Well, that's what they wanted me to do. And I was like, I ain't going. So I ended up going to VAR, and Coach Rivers, he ended up giving me the nod, like one of the jamborees, and then I ended up just running with it and never looked back ever since.
Did you play any other sports in high school?
Yeah, I played basketball. And
varsity basketball?
Yeah.
You any good in basketball?
Yeah, I was nice.
Like what position was you?
I played the 3.
You just setting picks all day?
I'd come in and set a couple picks. See,
imagine running into your ass.
Look, my thing in basketball, I used to love doing all the dirty work. I used to guard 1 through 5, and I used to get all the rebounds. I used to get all the steals.
Was you like Dennis Rodman?
I mean, no, I won't say Dennis Rodman. I'll say a fair comparison is like a Draymond Green. He does all the dirty work. He can guard 1 through 5. He'd get probably about 12 points a game.
You be shooting threes?
Yeah.
You were shooting threes?
I was letting it rain out there. You gotta know that.
That Bay accent just came out a little bit. Yeah, I was hella good. I was hella raining threes.
You gotta know that.
And then you ran track?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you do in track?
I ran the 1, the 2, and the 4x1.
I mean, I'm just like, you a big motherfucker to be running the 100.
Nah, everybody say that. But I mean, sometimes it be like that.
I'd be so mad. I remember in 7th grade we played a dude, and he was so big we couldn't tackle him. We couldn't. Joe, 50-0 at halftime, we were losing. We could not tackle this dude. And I thought he was the greatest football player I ever seen. He ended up at Miami of Ohio. I was like,
who was he?
His name was Cadell Passmore. I mean, he just went to Miami of Ohio, just an average cover. But I try to tell people, man, these average fans that be heckling and getting on you guys and stuff, I go, you have no idea.
Right.
To be a D1 athlete,
right,
at a major institution in a big sport, and then to go to the NFL. I don't think people realize the separation.
No,
in that, because I knew guys I played against in high school that I thought was just unreal. Was like at Ball State and Kent State, and I was like, what the hell you got to do to go to Ohio State?
Right,
you know what I mean? Because I'm looking at them like. Because I'm the epitome. If they put average high school athlete, my picture should be in a dictionary. Like just average. 4.9 40.
Right.
3 sacks his senior year. And they was lucky sacks.
No. I mean, sometimes that's just how it be though. Some people, they just have that, I don't know.
Anybody else?
It's something that makes a difference.
Anybody else that, from your high school, that you played football with, go D1?
We had Darrell Daniels. He went to Washington with John Ross. Plays for the Colts now.
He's in NFL?
Yeah, he plays for the Colts.
We've had 2 guys in the history of my high school go to the NFL. 2. And you wouldn't know either of them.
Yeah, probably not. I don't really know too much about Ohio. I mean, other than the Bengals.
LeBron James.
I mean, LeBron ain't here no more.
Well, I'm just saying, though, the greatest high school basketball player ever.
That's my favorite player.
Mine too. Yeah. I said I'm not a Cassie. I'm a LeBron fan.
Me too.
Where he goes, I go.
Definitely, for sure. I'm a LA fan now.
Yeah, me too. I'm Laker. I'm drinking all the Kool-Aid. Yeah, and I'm a Laker hater, and I don't know why, but I'm a Laker fan now. Long LeBron's there, I'm rooting for him. You might see me at a game, purple and gold.
It's good.
At the Bengals game.
Let's do it.
I might get a James Bengal jersey.
Who's that? A James Bengals.
23 crazy. James, man, could dream. Can you imagine playing LeBron in high school? Because I heard he could ball.
No,
they said he was a tight end, wide receiver, and then they knew he was a prodigy in basketball, and they said, "You're not playing. You're not playing no more football." And I think he broke his wrist or something his junior year, and they just said, "Can you imagine having like him and he's not playing, just sitting near your high school?"
I mean, honestly, I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine having him on the team or not having him on the team,
and just sitting there walking and see him in the hallway.
Yeah, like you'd be like,
knowing you can use him.
Dude right here,
right?
Like, come out for the team. I mean, we used to have some people like that, but they were nowhere compared to what he is for sure. But
they had a guy recently plays for the Detroit Pistons. Went to a high school on the street called Franklin High School. It's a little high school. His name's Luke Kennard. White guy, went to Duke.
Okay.
Same thing. He was Mr. Football as a quarterback his junior year. Couldn't play his senior year. Because Coach K was like, nah, he's playing basketball.
Yeah, right.
Just that position alone, quarterback. You got the best quarterback probably in the state, and he's not playing. Can you imagine walking the halls? You wouldn't be in his ear, Joe, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, for sure. You
can't play a little bit?
You can't just one more year? It's your senior year.
We just running deep routes. You're not going to get hit.
Just drop back and throw it or hand it off.
Yeah.
I mean, ain't nothing going to happen to you.
So, all right. What's your perfect career? 10 years from now, looking back, hopefully you're still in the league. Hopefully you're still healthy.
Right.
Still with the Bengals?
I mean, that's definitely, in my thought process.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're the ones who drafted me. They the ones who gave me the chance. You know what I'm saying? I mean, every other team, they passed on me.
I like that shit. I like that animosity.
The Bengals, they gave me a chance, and I definitely want to be here. The rest of my career.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely in the plans.
So you're not gonna do who's Earl Thomas?
No.
Raiders aren't gonna come here this year and be like, yo man, you guys want to pick me up?
No, I never do that. I never do that.
Yeah.
Never.
So you still Bengals aren't playing. You still rooting for the Raiders or you rooting for the Niners?
I mean, if I had to choose one, I'd pick the Niners. But
are you rooting for your Oklahoma teammates though too, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. That's the as an entertainer, you meet guys and you realize of course I root for the Bengals, but then I'm rooting for guys that I meet and are cool and just out and about.
Right.
I find that. And I also found out a lot about athletes too is it's funny like I'm real cool with DeAngelo Williams. Used to play for, and I was cool with him when he played at Carolina. Then he goes to Steelers. Now we're like rivals. We have a fun rivalry though, right? But like we always bet on the games, and I'm always taking him out to dinner. God damn it! I've lost like 3 dinners because of that dude. But what I found is a lot of times the players, they appreciate the loyalty of fans.
Definitely.
Like dudes that come up to me like they already know. They ask me, "What's Cincinnati looking like?" Like these are dudes on on Seattle and on the Bears and stuff. Like, what's Cincinnati looking like this year? They already know.
Right. Well, I mean, the loyalty of the fans definitely goes a long way. I can only imagine, being, the Niners was terrible, a couple of years back. The Raiders, Cleveland, but their fans, they're so loyal, and all the players, I know for a fact they appreciate it because at the end of the day, that gives them hope, and that makes them want to go out there and compete and go hard every week in and week out, and all of that stuff. It goes a long way. And, for us, we basically went through, something like that last year, or at least that what I've experienced. I know years back they probably had the same thing, but, what I went through and what I experienced being as a Bengal and the expectation that you have around here, then when you don't exceed it, it definitely can be crazy. And the environment, you wish you had the stands full, and sometimes it don't be like that. But, I mean, if you win, I'm sure
they're gonna come.
They're gonna come.
Trust.
For sure.
All right, before we get out of here, any crazy fan stories last year? Anybody come up and just completely interrupt your dinner? Airport, within reason that you could tell.
I had somebody at a barbershop and
lose their shit.
No, it was some lady. She's like probably about late 20s, early 30s. She was all tatted up, and she was like, "You're Joe Mixon, huh?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like what's up with it?" Next thing you know, she was like, "Can I have your autograph?" So I'm like, "Yeah, like no problem." So I was waiting for her to give me a pen and a paper, and she brung out a Sharpie. So I'm like, "All right, I can use the Sharpie as soon as I'm finna write on the paper." She's like, No. I'm like, "What?" She like, "No, I want you to write it on my body." I'm like, "Wait, what you mean? Like, that's gonna come off anyway." Man, next thing you know, she like, "Sign it right here." So I put it right here, and when I signed it, she ended up calling literally somebody right off the back and was like, "Hey, like I'm trying to get this tattoo right now of Joe Mixon's signature."
Did she get it?
And I'm pretty sure she got it because like
you gotta find out on Instagram.
She left like right after and was like, "All right, I'm headed there right now," and just bounced out of the shop and ended up going to, I guess she got tatted.
Got a tat Joe Mixon?
I guess so.
I had a fan do that to me once. Only the same thing one time. It was after a show. They said, "Gary, sign it right here." And I signed, it was a dude and girl, and they was both tatted out.
Yeah.
Right? I think they ran a tattoo shop. And I put it right here. And an hour later on Instagram, they left my show, went to the tattoo shop, and she got it. So she had a picture of me signing it. Then she had it right there. I said, "That's some pressure." Yeah. Like, I got to be funny.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Did you meant to get Jamarcus Russell? And then you're like this. Man, you got to get that covered up and put Bill.
Right.
Rusty Russ. You got to name your dog Jamarcus. Just say, that's my puppy's name.
I can only imagine. You'd be sick. You put that man on your body.
Well, look, man, I appreciate you coming out. Best luck this season. You going to see me wilding at some games. The 2 games I know I'm going to make is Tampa and the Raiders. I try to make as many as I can, but I know I'm going to make those 2 for the home games.
Most definitely.
And then I'll probably show up at a preseason practice just to mess around a little bit, man.
Just let me know. We definitely going to be waiting for you.
I'm not calling you for tickets because I already know how it works. A lot of people don't know, man. The dudes only get 2 free tickets, and then you got to pay for the other ones.
And that's at home.
Yeah. I don't even ask anymore. I only ask the players. Like, I'll just buy them. I just buy them.
Good.
Yep.
Definitely.
Well, I appreciate you coming out, man. Best of luck this season. Hopefully, in 10 years, I hope people are like, damn, how the fuck you get Joe Mixon? That's the goal. Like, I got him early.
Well, I'm sure that's going to be for me right now. How you get Gary Owen?
Yeah. All your fans back at Freedom High School?
Most definitely.
Now they're going to be looking for me at the football games against Heritage.
All right. I'm going to tell them.
Dude, that might be dope if that's your bye week.
Yeah, I know.
If that's the bye week, look up the schedule.
I'm definitely going to let them know that you're out there, so you better be ready for them, for sure.
Yeah, make sure they leave my son alone. Yo, is that old boy? Ease up on him. Ease up. My son ain't playing on sports. He'll just talk shit to all the guys playing sports. He's been opening up for me lately.
Yeah,
he opened up for me at Tommy T's. That DNA, no joke, man. No joke. He is not going to be in NFL. You will never see him on a practice field. But he might be talking smack before the game. That's it.
Like that sometimes. I'm already knowing.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on, man. This is Gary Owen with the Get Some podcast. Oh, social media. What's your social media?
Joe Main Mixon, Instagram. Same thing for Twitter, Joe_Main Mixon.
All right. We'll put on the little thing right here. Right? All right, man. I appreciate it. If you want to listen to my podcast, just go to iTunes, search Gary Owen, #GetSome.